Buckle up, baby.
Punch, and I'm Jacob, and welcome to Lightspeed. So, I know that the last book review that I made was for Light of the Jedi about a month ago, and the original plan was to go all in and review all of the High Republic as I was going through it, but I'm actually currently working on a giant video about all three phases of the High Republic, and where to start reading it if you want to get into it now. So I'm gonna kind of put the reviews of the High Republic books individually on hold. So in the meantime, I wanted to talk about another one of my favorite Star Wars books, Brotherhood by Mike Chen. Plus, I just wanted to talk about something within the prequel era, so this is just kind of perfect. As always, I'll try to refrain from spoilers, as these videos are really meant to encourage you to hopefully check out these books for yourself. This book takes place almost immediately after the events of Attack of the Clones, but right before, and I mean right before, the events of the Clone Wars animated film and series begins. And you wouldn't think that there would be enough space within that time frame to tell a captivating story, but you would be so wrong. This is the perfect interlude into the Clone Wars that I honestly never would have guessed that I needed. Basically, the galaxy is adjusting to the Clone Wars, and the planet of Cato Nemoidia is suddenly bombed right at the start. The problem is that nobody knows who bombed the planet. Was it the Separatists? Was it the Republic? Someone else entirely? Either way, both the Republic and the Separatists are quick to intervene and to support the planet in the hopes of finding out who is behind such a tragedy, and to try and, you know, not start off the war on the losing side. So yeah, in short, the book is pretty much an explanation for Obi-Wan's business on Cato Nemoidia line from Revenge of the Sith that everybody makes fun of. Nobody really knew what it meant until this book, and this book is phenomenal, and I have to give massive credit to Mike Chen because it's really his writing that helps to elevate this story. The plot is excellent, but it's really the character work here that is astounding. You get more of Anakin and how he's struggling with the Jedi and the war after marrying Padme at the end of Attack of the Clones. There's also a really fun segment in the book dedicated to one of their last dates before he has to go and fight, which I found to be really fun to read, and I found it to be pretty interesting, believe it or not. But the book also has Obi-Wan playing detective once again on the planet of Cato Nemoidia itself. He's pretty much the one that's there for the main part of the book, with the help from a few friends, some of which you may already know, but I'll try to keep that a surprise. It was one of those things to where I read the character's name in the book and I couldn't help but smile. You can probably guess who it is, especially if you've seen Attack of the Clones, which, if you're watching this channel, I'm sure you have seen Attack of the Clones. So all I'll say is that old buddy who happens to appear actually has a lot more to do in this book than we ever saw from him before, and it actually works. There's a lot of fun surprises throughout this book, not just that one, but many, many more, and I feel like reading it really helps Anakin and Obi-Wan's characters in the Clone Wars series become even more developed and layered. Like I said, it's a great precursor to that series above all else. You might have already noticed though that I haven't said anything about the book's antagonists, and that's because I went in expecting certain characters to appear on the villainous side of things, but some characters that do appear in this book completely took me by surprise, and because the book is one giant mystery in itself, I don't feel like it's right for me to give that specific aspect away. So my lips are going to be sealed here. You'll have to read it and find out for yourself. On a more personal note, as to why I'm really recommending this, this was one of the Star Wars books that really got me back into reading in general, and I'm really forever grateful for it for that reason alone. In fact, it's so good that it inspired me to pick up more Star Wars stories and helped to make my goal for this year to read every single book within the canon. I love this book dearly, it's fantastic, and if you're a fan of the prequels and the Clone Wars, or you grew up with it like me, I think it'll definitely really work for you too. This book also works as an unofficial trilogy alongside Padawan by Kirsten White and Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray, both of which are also excellent books that I'll probably talk about on here sometime soon. But have you read Brotherhood by Mike Chen? If so, let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments below. I will say I am allowing spoilers in the comments, so feel free to talk all things spoilers down below. If you have not read the book, I recommend closing this video and going ahead and starting it. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to become a channel member, you can do that down below. And until the next video, may the Force be with you.